A viewer from Iraq recently said in the comment section that US sanctions were the reason for the Iraqi dinar's revalue delay. As a result of this comment, the channel decided to research this claim and report back. But first, there is a survey for all subscribers in the channel's community section. Please read and answer the question as soon as possible, thanks. The bottom line is that, following the 2003 US invasion, the sanctions regime was ended mainly on May 22, 2003, with an exception related to arms and oil revenue. Let me repeat that. With an exception related to arms and oil revenue. And now there are new sanctions in the banking sector. Let me explain. The United States recently imposed sanctions on several Iraqi individuals linked to Iranian-backed armed factions, and on Fly Baghdad Airlines and certain banks that were doing business with Iran. At the end of January 2024, this image shows the Supreme Judicial Council of Iraq discussing with the U.S. Treasury Department the sanctions imposed on Iraqi individuals and companies. The U.S. banned transactions with 14 Iraqi banks last July due to alleged violations of its rules. In January, Washington imposed sanctions on Iraqi-based Al Huda Bank, identifying it as a foreign financial institution of primary money laundering concern. Hamad al-Musawi, a member of the Iraqi parliament, owns the bank. The U.S. Treasury claimed that Al Huda Bank has been controlled and operated by Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps and the IRGC's Quds Force, pointing out that after the bank was established, its chairman began laundering money for the IRGC-QF and Kataib Hezbollah. Afterward, the CBI announced that Al Huda Bank would continue to provide banking services without dealing in U.S. dollars. The issue of the U.S. Treasury Department's sanctions on Iraqi banks was discussed during Prime Minister Mohammed Shah Sudani's visit to Washington earlier this year. It is true the U.S. and the UN imposed sanctions on Iraq after the leader of their country invaded Kuwait in 2003. For the most part, these sanctions have been removed except for the oil revenue and the purchase of military weapons. Some Iraqi people may not understand that because their previous leader invaded Kuwait, a peaceful country. Over 41 countries were involved in the 2003 U.S. invasion. The multinational force Iraq, often referred to as the Coalition Forces, was a military command during the 2003 invasion of Iraq and much of the ensuing Iraq War. It was led by the United States of America with Operation Iraqi Freedom, involving 130,000 soldiers. The United Kingdom contributed around 45,000 soldiers through Operation Telek. Additionally, Australia sent around 2,000 soldiers, and Italy participated with Operation Ancient Babylon. Spain and Poland also participated in the invasion, and 36 additional countries were involved in its aftermath. When it became known that a few of these countries wanted to sue Iraq for the military costs they incurred when participating in the 2003 invasion, the United States took control of the oil revenue to stop countries from suing Iraq for some or all of its oil revenue.